Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to present our study. And I'm doing this on behalf of our Microbiota research team. I have no conflicts of interest. Now, for centuries, it was believed that the human urine was absolutely sterile. You could even drink the urine. But with advanced cultivating methods and with DNA sequences, we have found that actually there are many bacteria in the urine. More than 60 have been found so far. And we know that the healthy microbiota protects the bladder from pathogenic microorganisms. And we believe that dysbiosis is linked to different bladder dysfunctions. It could be linked to urgency, urge incontinence, bladder stones, interstitial cystitis, and of course urinary tract infection and recurrent urinary tract infections. A lot of studies have been done so far, but in many of the studies, no differentiation has been made between premenopausal and postmenopausal women. And now we all know that in the postmenopausal woman, we have a decline in the lactobacillus bacteria. And we speculated that this might also be the fact in the urine. So the aim of this study was to investigate the urinary microbiota in premenopausal and postmenopausal women. And in both groups were absolutely healthy women with no lower urinary tract symptoms at all. And the postmenopausal women were all women not taking any kind of hormones. So we investigated 41 premenopausal and 42 postmenopausal women. And we investigated the urine with the 16 srRNA sequencing. So what did we find? Was there a difference? Yes, there was. First of all, we look at the number of observed OTUs, that's the number of operational taxonomic units, meaning how many different bacteria do we find. And here we can see that in the postmenopausal women, we find much more different bacteria than we do in the premenopausal. But what about the distribution of these bacteria? And that's where we have a definition of alpha diversity. Now, alpha diversity is how are the microbes balanced to each other? Do we have species evenness, that is similar abundance level, or do some species dominate others? And this is shown by the other figure here, the Shannon index. And here we can see that in the postmenopausal women, the microbes are more balanced. So this is a figure showing some of the different bacteria in the urine. And here we can see, I want you to just look at the lactobacillus, because in the premenopausal women, lactobacillus accounts for 76% of the bacteria, and in the postmenopausal, only 38%. So our conclusion is, yes, there is a very big difference between the urinary microbiota in the pre- and the postmenopausal women. And as I showed you, there's a difference in richness. There are much more bacteria, different bacteria in the postmenopausal women, and there's a difference in the diversity, and there's a difference in the abundance of lactobacillus and other bacteria. So we definitely think that age and menopausal status should also be considered in all the new studies that we do. Thank you.
Okay, well, the urine is not sterile. That's clear. Everybody agrees with that now.
Yes.
Except some older people that you can't convince.
Yeah.
But I was interested to see that you compared the urines with doing the same study on just water. And on just deionized water as a control. And
yes.
And 12% of the premenopausal women were, you weren't able to amplify any ribosomal RNA, although 38% of the postmenopausal women, you were not able to amplify ribosomal. So their urine must have been essentially, by that definition, sterile. Is that Would you agree with that? Some people actually do have sterile urine now? Or
No,
not? You
no,
don't-
I
don't
think
believe-
this is in the beginning of all these investigations, and of course we did have some problems with getting all the methods working. So I think that's why, yeah.
Okay.
I just was curious, how do you know that the change in the microbiota is due to menopause and not just simply a factor of aging?
Well, we also looked into different groups in the premenopausal group, and we didn't find that in the older part of the premenopausal group, it wasn't more alike to the postmenopausal group, actually.
Okay.
So that's why we don't think that it's age. We think it's the postmenopausal status.
I think
Yeah.
verifying some of the changes in the hormone levels that impact the microbiota might be important,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, some of the next studies we're going to do is to look at postmenopausal women who take hormones and
Right,
who do not
exactly.
take hormones. But we thought we needed a material on normal women
Right.
without hormones. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Excellent presentation.